Ryan Botha is a model, personal trainer, and a retired professional footballer. And to the youth of this country, he is both an icon and an absolute role model.
When he's not busy at his gym or posing for covers of leading magazines, Ryan is coaching our youth to spread the love of football and nurture our next generation of athletes.
Charisma Bus Day made up with Ryan at his gym in Cape Town.
It's my first time here at Rider Fitness Gymnasium and Siren Studios, and I am excited to catch up with one of South Africa's most loved sports personalities, Mr. Ryan Botha. Hello! So lovely to see you. Ryan, you have gone from pro footballer to owning your own gym and being a personal trainer. How long after retirement did you get into personal training?
It kind of fell into my lap, to be honest with you. 2 years, 3 years. So what happened was I was training myself in the gym and I had a guy come up to me regarding a new class here starting in Cape Town. He said to me, listen, love your vibe. Now you're an ex-sportsman trying to create this cool thing called sweat. Do you want to get involved? I went, okay, cool. So for a year I was there and people asked me to train them individually, and for me I was just getting education, make sure I was a proper PT. Yeah, I was from there actually, two and a half years.
What's the best part of owning your own gym?
The freedom to train people in my own capacity. I feel like a lot of gyms can be quite rigid. And I feel like having your own space, you can implement your own way, your own philosophy of training people, allow your trainers around you their own freedom to sort of express themselves, because fitness is dependent on the person you're training. Yes, there's a certain structure to it, but the person you're training determines where the structure goes. That freedom allows me to be, I think, the best coach I can be.
You are known for your incredibly healthy lifestyle. What does a typical day look like in your life?
Let's go from, say, Monday to Friday. I'll be up most those mornings 4:15 in the morning. I like to get up quite early because I start work at 6, which means I need time to get myself up properly. So when I arrive, I'm fully energized for my clients. By then, 25 to 6, I start looking to leave, get to the gym, prep my day with my clients, start through. I'll be here till 8. Hopefully 8:30, 9:30, get my own session in if possible. If not, I'll be shooting through a client's house. In that morning process, depending when I get my gap, with my breakfast, plus a session in the mid-morning online or with the clients on the promenade. Then, if not in the morning training, I train myself then, okay? Then promenade sessions, football kids, a lot of private football sessions with private kids between the ages of 8. Actually, my youngest is 6, but from 6 to about 16, 17, 18, 10 to 15 kids who specialize, who want to specialize. The younger kids, obviously, it's just for enjoyment. So how you train them is very specialized and very different. But that's my afternoon. And then football in the evenings again, coaching my boys at Shosha Loja.
You are quite the family man, and I know that your family means so much to you. Are you looking forward to Father's Day this year?
I am, obviously with me and my son's mom not being together, from young age, it was not your conventional Father's Day, so you make do with it as it is. But obviously being a dad it changed my perspective on a lot of things. Obviously my dad has been a role model to me and my parents have been fantastic and I love my brothers. I'm very family orientated. But becoming a dad, only then can you really grasp a different understanding of what your parents may have done for you, So it wasn't your conventional Father's Day, but yes, I look forward to it every year. It's the blessing knowing he's there.
Ryan, I believe that you and I are going to have a training session together. I don't know how I feel about it, but please go easy on me. Over here?
Yep, perfect.
Okay.
Right, to get you started off here first, we're going to your VMO sumo squats. Let's go for 10 reps. Pick it up, using your breath. That's breathing in, breathing out. Okay, in and out. You're going to a hammer curl, shoulder press. Lovely, bring it down one more for me. At the base, drop it. There we go. Lovely workout, well done.
Thank you, that was amazing.
Did you enjoy that?
I loved it.
We're gonna head through now to my football training. The boys will start arriving soon. I like to be prepped before they get there. So when they get there, know exactly what's expected.
Let's do it.
Ryan is developing the football stars of tomorrow at Shosha Loja FC. Their goal is to help the youth become players who have the skills to succeed not only in sport, but in life as well.
A lot of these young men come from backgrounds that don't afford them a lot of opportunity. How does that motivate your coaching?
When you see these youngsters that have a blank canvas, really, they don't come from much, just pure ambition and heart. It motivates me because if I can give 5% of these kids a chance to get an education or progress into life somewhere through football, then I've done my job, right? And even if they can't, and I've at least helped create much better human beings, much better men. then at least there's some success there. You know, at this level where I'm coaching now, we're not judged on wins. We're judged on how many people become professional athletes or become better men.
Some of these young men have had the exciting opportunity to represent South Africa overseas. Tell us a bit more about that.
Richard Wilson, he is the owner of the club. You got Clinton Roberts, they're the two big boys in the club, and I'm the head of football. You know, Richard's dream was always to take a club from South Africa to a tournament in Barcelona in Spain. 2020, COVID hits. I was coaching this team then to go to Barcelona, and then COVID, you know, stopped that dream. 2 years ago, he called me saying, we're back, COVID's gone. Can you please come help me get this dream started? I want to take some young boys to Spain. It was now in Madrid, called the Mad Cup. The objective was just to go and compete and see if our young boys who have sort of missed a lot of development windows, can they compete internationally? So we went across 12 out of 16 team. We competed beautifully. The boys showed themselves up well. We had some clubs overseas being interested in who we are and what we're about. And so the dream began.
How can one support the dreams and the goals of these young men?
You know, firstly, we're a club that wants to give players a chance to go overseas if possible, professional athlete. If not, to America or somewhere to get a better education, but also through football means. So people are getting involved by always sponsoring the club. Sponsorships help us set the platform, set the foundation for these young boys to develop. It helps us to give them the platform to kick on, hopefully. Helps us give them a safe space. You know, so sponsorships help us make this field an area that will attract them down more and hopefully keep them off the streets.
We are about to celebrate Youth Day in a few days' time. Why do you think now, more than ever, it is important to remember and support our youth?
I think if we can focus more on our youth and put more intention in what we're trying to teach them and why we're trying to teach them those things, I think we might be surprised. South Africans are resilient, we are passionate, we love our country, and I think the issues are a lot less than what we think they are. I think the focus is put into things a lot more than what it should be. And I honestly believe that the youth is the future. And the more I see these young boys grow over 18 months of me working with them and just being consistent with them, I realize how much potential in our youth in this country really there is.
So, Coach, we've warmed up in the gym. We're on the pitch. What do you think about you teaching me how to score a goal?
You know, I think in South Africa we lack scorers. I mean, Benny McCarthy, Sean Botha, two of the biggest names. Since then, we've struggled. I think it's time we create a young female athlete that scores goals for us. What do you think?
Why not?
Let's go.
Not me?
Let's
do
go.
it.
Come.
This is about giving South Africa's future role models, mentors, and even Afternoon Express presenters the skills to excel.
That was absolutely amazing. And there you have it. Ryan Botha isn't just a star on the soccer pitch. He's also a man with a heart of gold, helping these young men achieve their dreams and goals. Let's hold on to that inspiration this Youth Day.
Thank you so much for all of the work that you do with our youth, Ryan. It is so great to see people just like yourself sharing their knowledge and expertise.